Hi folks, this is Trisha with My RV Works. If you've worked on Suburban SF furnaces, you already know the problems. Wrong parts, wasted time, and way too much second guessing. That's exactly why we created the My RV Works Suburban SF Furnace Tech Cards. They give you accurate part number mapping, including serial number breakpoints, plus one-tap QR code ordering and clear references for the components you deal with most. Everything is laid out across 5 durable double-sided cards, so it's all right there when you need it. No more ordering the wrong parts. Now you have a quick, easy reference when you need it, put together by an RV tech who's actually out there doing the work. Get the tools that pay for themselves. Get the correct parts, diagnose faster, and stop second guessing. To learn more or grab your set, click the link above or in the description box, or scan the QR code on the screen.
On a Suburban, if you look at the first 2 digits of the serial number, it's going to tell you the year that this is. So this is a 1738. So that's the 17th. So it's 2017, 38th week. So that's a quick thing to know on your furnaces, on your Suburbans. Here we have the sail switch on the Suburbans. Some of the newer ones, they take the body of the sail switch and they put it outboard of it, so it's not directly inside the blower housing. Some of you are on the outside side. That is what I mean by the serial number. It's going to be an SF30, but based off of the serial number is where some of these things might change. So it's good to know your serial number as well. Here, this furnace has screws. I think you're going to have these little clips that are going to have to pop off. On your furnace covers, if you have to break the clips off, I count on having to break those, okay? I have been very careful. I've studied them and tried to take those clips off, break them every time. So if you come across this and you're doing this professionally and you come across a little screw packet that Suburban sends, hang on to these things. They're golden because the only way, it's the same screws that we took off. Now, the ones that have the clips, they are going to give you little screw ears. They're just not going to put screws in them, okay? So there's that. When I pull furnaces out, I like to put like a little cover or something over it. We do a lot of water heater R&Rs, and so these are the little caps, and also refrigerators. So just kind of put it right on the gas valve. That keeps some crap from getting inside the gas valve. Some of your older ones, the only way to get this thing out is to take your combustion wheel off, and there's going to be screws in here that you can't get to unless you take your wheel off. On those, sometimes I'll just order a new combustion wheel because sometimes I have to destroy it to get it out. On the furnaces where you have to take the combustion wheel off to get to the screws on the inside, I'll put some anti-seize on this shaft right here so that the next technician that comes around is not confronted with the same mess that I was confronted with to try to get that off. I'll also use high temperature anti-seize on when I'm working on refrigerators. I'll put some high temperature anti-seize on the high temperature electric heating elements. One of the things I like to look at on sail switches, you may not be able to see it, but I'm looking at the color of these pins right here. If they are purplish, that means that it was getting too hot, and that might indicate that your sail switch is either failed or is about to fail. So whenever I look at the sail switches, I always like to see if they're kind of turning purple. So I've got my favorite little corner pick here. It's great for just popping off things. On your Suburbans on the back, this is your high temperature limit right here. You have a green dot, blue dot, orange dot, red dot, violet dot, and they all have to do with the temperatures that they trip at. So we actually did a job once where they had the wrong color. We were called in to work on a furnace that had previously been worked on. And the whole problem was they put the wrong color dot on their thermostat. So the furnace was tripping because it was the wrong temperature.
Hey folks, Trisha here again. Just a quick pause and we'll get right back to the video. You heard Darren mention a customer call where the furnace kept tripping because the wrong color dot was installed. That's where our Suburban SF Furnace Tech Cards come in handy. Easy reference with a color-coded chart so you get the correct part, plus QR codes to make ordering fast and easy. Click the link above or in the description box below to check it out.
it's good to have, this would be like butyl tape or some kind of butyl tape to keep this, you want to, this is a wall, and you want to keep any combustion from getting into your heating space, is what I'm trying to say. Also on these, I'll mention on these furnaces, see where it's kind of got a little bit of a rusty spot right in there? Let me, right in here. Okay. This area right in here, I will find little micro cracks in the heat exchanger right in this area. So I'm always running my hand and looking for any kind of a crack. You definitely do not want that. And I bring this battery around with me. I've got a big giant Group 27 that I carry as well. But this one is easy enough to just keep in the storage trailer for doing tests like this. I also carry 12-volt batteries on my drill for little simple tests. So I have these batteries to do testing, and I've got this little easy battery here to work with, and then of course a big Group 27 if I'm doing a big heavy job. I carry different colored cable ties. I don't know if you guys can see. A lot of times we'll work Aqua Hot or the BAL systems, and the different colored cable ties are great for color coding things. On the Aqua Hots, I might use it for a gas line. For the BAL, I might use it for the upper left in, upper left out, you know, just different colors. When you're going to disconnect something, the two color-coded cable ties are nice to be able to line things back up again. Whenever I do a job on an RV and I do a big motor job or something, I'll put one of my stickers right here. And I like those. Avery makes some that are self-laminating, and so then I go to the avery.com website and I find that template and I create a nice sticker with my company name, my name, the date, and then I leave an area where I can actually write the date and what I did. So this will say motor R&R on this date, and there'll be a sticker on it right there. I hope that added value to you. If you've got a Suburban furnace, hope I kind of added some tips and tricks. So I wish you the best of success. So happy campers say my RV works. And this is Darren from Joyce, Washington on a cold winter night. So we'll see you in the next video. If this was valuable to you, share it, subscribe, and all those things. But navigate down to the description for more tips and tricks. All right, guys, see you on the next video. Bye.